Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully I'm looking slightly more refreshed than I was on Friday when we finished doing the concreting. Myself and Adam had, well, we were looking a bit dishevelled, weren't we, I think, at the end of last week's video. However, I'll spin you around now and show you the fruits of our labour, shall we say. Concrete is all in. Matt is back as well, so we'll be talking to Matt in a minute. And we'll be telling you what we're doing next. Let's have a quick look. So here's the kitchen slab. The customer's been and marked the kitchen back on again, just to make sure we're in the right place. We've got to adjust a bit of ducting up there to accommodate the extractor they're having. Someone did mention, and I'll find out who it is if I can, and put it on the screen now, about the pipe and whether we need to put extra protection in or whatever. So I'll just show you what we've done. That's out the ground there, look, and there's the cables there, and that's behind the wall, and that goes through in that ducting and back out that end. So we can, it's a little bit of foam on there, in fact, I've got some foam there, didn't I, just in case. But yes, we can get to that. If needs be, we could always cut that and take the foam out. But we are protected from the concrete on our cables. So yes, we can get to that, and we've got plenty slack to do what we need to do with that one. So there we are, that answers that question. So other than when we start to look at insulation and underfloor heating, this will be left as is now. Our plan for this week is to get this insulated, and we're going to get this insulated. So let's go downstairs now and see Matthew. And here is the slab downstairs. This is all looking lovely as well. You may have noticed that we managed to get some concrete in the threshold, so we'll just finish that and get it a bit more flush with this one before we start insulating over the top, and add a bit of another piece of DPM there, even though I believe we're normally DPM on top of this again before insulation anyway, if I remember rightly. Other than a little bit of a clean off here on top of the plastic, we can clean all that off and make it a bit flatter. However, because I've already discussed that we might be doing 50mm and 50mm anyway to suit the tanking, that will probably be right for us anyway. We can 50mm up to that, because we got a little bit of raised pipe, as I've already discussed in last week's episode, and then foam, and then 50mm over the top of that. That'll work out perfect. And here he is, back. He actually went camping the weekend, so do you feel refreshed, Matthew?
I do feel refreshed, yes. Yes, I do. In the sunshine.
Do you feel like you want to be back to work now? And
well, I came here raring today.
well, there we go then.
Well, there you go.
Well, there we are. That's it then. We'll leave it at that then, shall we?
Apparently my illness
came here raring.
My illness is down to my age, apparently.
He has been upset, I've got to tell you. He went to the doctor, and the doctor said, bear in mind your age as well. And Matthew, being Matthew, looks after himself. He was quite upset by that.
Broken.
And when he's on, what's he, 57 next birthday?
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah. Tough paper round.
Matt is now finishing off our last one, you can see. We are all complete. I'll talk about the squares in a minute, but like I say, Matt's just putting that last one in now, and all our spotlights are now set. All we do is just wrap them up in the hole then like that, out the way, just so we can put the 25mm Kingspan over the top. There's that one left to do there, look, that's it. And then we are done. We have got 120mm between the joists. We'll put 25mm over the top, and that then gives us our 145, 150mm insulation required in a cold roof. We will then tape all the joints, which ultimately then forms our vapour barrier. because you've taped all your joints. It's a complete sheet all over the roof then, covering all your timbers as well. You can vapor barrier as well, but I think we've done a few jobs now and realised that once you've taped all the joints on this stuff, that all sort of gives you your vapor barrier, so that's what we do. Like I've already said, we did these boxes here for our spotlights. All we did was we marked the centre first of all, on there like that. We then cut out, in this instance, a 150 square, and then pushed it back halfway, so we're exposing 60mm there now that you can see exposed. And then we cut the back off it, tape it all in nice and tidy, and then that's it. We foam that in and it's all nice and tight. That is because when you put spotlights in, you have to have a void because they can overheat. That's manufacturer's recommendations. In fact, it's almost a must, not a recommendation. However, if you think about it, if you take a complete square out of there, then negates the fact of putting insulation in because you've got big holes in your ceiling. So we decided a couple of jobs ago to do this instead. Yes, it's less insulation, but it's also more than if you cut it out as per manufacturer's instructions for the lights, that is. So this is what we do. Building inspectors seem to like it, and we think it's a lot better job than just cutting the square out. So that's why we do it. So there we are. All complete then, all been taped, all the joints have been taped up, and what we've then done is we have taped, where it's showing the timber, we have taped, if you can see it there, we've taped inside there so there's no timber exposed. So that now sort of means that this is in effect now, our vapor barrier, because no moisture can go anywhere. What we generally do as well, we will fill the holes where the lights are, we'll pull the cables down before we board, and we'll foam that as well. We get the foam gun out once and do all of it in one go. So we won't do that now until we go upstairs, which I'll show you in a minute, and we've got that done as well, which we are already doing as we speak. So we'll pull these cables, foam, fill the hole where the cable comes through as well, to stop any potential. And if any moisture, my opinion only, any moisture gets into this little hole here, when the light comes on, it'll just go, won't it? Where can it go anyway? Not going to go anywhere, not going to cause any trouble, can't get into the cold void above here. So there we are. We'll also go all around the perimeter as well, although once it's boarded, again, where can the moisture go? But we will do it anyway. We have done things like foamed around the penetrations there already, as best we can. We have foamed underneath there and then taped all around that one as well. This board is still to come off, so we probably won't do that perimeter there. That board will come off first, and then we will make good against that wall before we start slurrying or whatever we're going to do with this wall when we start tanking. So there we are. So let's go and have a look upstairs. Oh, first of all, we got these cut for upstairs as well. We've been using our bits upstairs because it becomes very expensive when you've got offcuts like those there and you don't use them. So I'll show you what we've been doing upstairs, but it's a lot better anyway. These are all of our cuts for upstairs, ready to go. We've got to cut these off to length. So let's go and have a look at that now. So there's our cuts. They are all nice and tight. So you can see that one there, if you can just about see it actually. There it is. Because they're machine cut, they're all really tight, and then we just tape them, which we will do anyway as we go, to keep them nice and tight so they don't slide apart when we start knocking the other ones in. Matt is just doing, like we've done there, just doing the cutout for the spotlight, because these are a lot closer together. I have already done this one with bits over here. Only difference being is, because it goes over the top of that header, I've had to cut them to length and then mitre them and put them in as a mitre, rather than square, because the moisture could travel through. So if you mitre it like that, you can't, can it? Because it can't sort of go like that. That's why I mitre them. If you put the same pieces together again, it's tight anyway, it goes back in as if it's not been cut. I do the same over there, but majority of the ones I've already got downstairs will do these 4 bays here. Next day, myself and Matt got this roof done behind us, finished yesterday before we left. So this morning we are now waiting for our materials. We just organised the site a bit more to take stuff away, and we're now going to start doing the pipe, or put the pipe back in, should we say, which forms the drain off from the front driveway, from the ACO drain that you can see on the screen now. It runs through underneath the utility and garage floor existing and comes out, and we connected onto it many episodes ago. And because we had to concrete in that void on Friday, which you may or may not have seen, if you haven't, then come on, here's the episode you're looking for. So we're going to put that pipe back in now. We might have to do a bit of jiggery pokery, which means we've got to adjust things just to get it back in, because we may have gone slightly higher than what the level was with the concrete. So let's do that, starting by striking the formwork off. Formwork has gone, and or the shuttering should I say, and this pipe has gone in. I will show you in a moment, but just about there we've had to put a 15mm coupler in just to bend the pipe a little bit where the concrete had gone a bit high. But I've got to show you something, because I'm very, very pleased with myself. That there, with my formwork, that, I don't know if I photoed it justice, but that is beautifully flat. I don't know if you can see it there, look. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so pleased with that. So that will sit flush lovely when the customer eventually has his retaining wall put in. That's all ready to go and nice, you can build off that. All we had to do, we had to cut the pipe a little bit, as we knew anyway, and just put these band seals on, but they are always good anyway. Go up here. We couldn't film it when we were doing it because it was just a bit tight, and you can see it's all dropped in there nice. There's a couple I just talked about. That there, it was just literally a 15, which wasn't there before, just to drop us back down because it was a bit of a hump there, which worked out perfect. This has all gone back in. There's another band seal down there. This all went back in lovely down there. Can you see it in the sunshine? I think you can. So, are we happy with that, Matthew? We are, aren't we?
I think so.
Excellent.
It was nice.
It went in nice in the sunshine. We've also done another few jobs off camera. You see on screen now the makeup of what we're looking at. is a 50mm inside the outer stud that I had to put the roof on. Then we've got a 50mm and then a 100mm, and this is now the finished product. So quite a build-up of insulation there. That is 150 insulation in there, and so is all of that. Matt has finished doing all the insulation in the cavity all the way up to the top, which you can see just in there, look. That's 150 in there as well. This, again, you can see on screen now, Matt knocking all this 75mm Kingspan in there. He'll just finish this little bit just to get that set. And what we'll do here is we will put some rock wool in this way, and then we'll put a piece of 25mm Kingspan over the top when we start cutting it for this ceiling to get all this done. So I think what we'll do now is Matt's going to insulate the boxing in there around that saw pipe that I did the other day when waiting for the concrete. I'm going to go downstairs and start putting the laths on the ceiling, and then I've got to cut them into the insulation that we've already put on downstairs, which I will show you when I do it. So should we get on with that?
Yeah, just doing Mario.
Mario.
Yes, Luigi. They're plumbers, aren't they?
Oh, for God's sake. Yes, they were, Matthew. I'm with you now. Sorry. It's hot, isn't it? It's hot.
I tell you what.
Sorry about that, folks. I'm a bit slow today. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Only a little bit of time lapse for you, but all we've done here is we've overlathed, if you want to call it that, all of this ceiling to allow this. That's a cold roof. This is an internal floor. So we've done our, as you would, we've already discussed it earlier in the episode, 25mm, but there is an opening there, so we want all the ceiling to run all the way through. However, from about that point there, this way, there is going to be a stud wall, 25mm lath, 25mm Kingspan, nice and flush. What we'll do then, that lath doubles up then for a fixing point for my header for the stud wall. Because there's a steel there, it means we've got something to fix to. And the main reason, and the only reason why I ran that on that far, which is ultimately the inner face, is because we've got the steel. What I wanted to make sure was, if you can see there, look, you see the steel there. What I wanted to make sure, and we're going to put some foam in that in a minute anyway as well, trying to eliminate the cold bridging of the cold steel on the ceiling. That's why I run that all the way through. And with there being a wall, pretty much all of that anyway, across there, and the wall will be insulated as well because it's a media room in there, I think that'll help. I think it's a lot better than doing nothing. There's not many options there really in terms of trying to stop the cold bridging, but I know it's sort of inside the floor, but it's inside the room really, especially this inner steel. But there we go. I've tried my best, and that's as best as we can do in this scenario. Let's go and have a look at Matt's lovely boxing.
What time is it?
I don't know, mate. There we are then. He's filled that full of insulation. You can see that he's put, well, you won't be able to see, but you will have caught on the time lapse. He's put 150mm. This is it here anyway. This stuff round first, this 150mm. And then he's packed some 50mm on top of that to go inside the stud, as you can sort of see there. And then he's then triple packed it with some more 50mm top of there. And what that'll do, that'll stop the noise from the saw pipe when they flush the saw pipe. They won't be able to hear it in the kitchen. That always helps. Now we would normally double board, and we may still double board this side, But because we are tight on room here, and when I say tight, we want to try and maintain, as where possible, a 900 space and a 900 space down the side of the island. And I know it's only 15mm with board and skim, but every millimetre counts. So we would normally double board these boxings, that's what we do it for, but we'll single board that, dab onto this, and then dab this corner in. However, Matt's suggestion, we've got a pink board over these steels anyway, so if you've got any pink board left, which I'm pretty sure we will have, we will just pink board that instead, because that is a lot denser, and that will also help with the noise. But personally, the amount of insulation that now, I can't see that being an issue at all. We're now going to continue messing with this wall and getting the kingspan cut to stick in that wall there. All the PIR insulation is now complete. Before we go and have a look at that and discuss what we're doing next, at the end of the video, I'll be handing you over to Adam to talk about the channel, talk about moving forward as a business, and also talk about the introduction of another video in the week. So 2 videos from us per week for the foreseeable, or as long as we can get the content together. So look forward to that, and that's at the end of the video, so stay tuned. a lot happened in that time lapse. You saw me cutting up the 50mm. We've installed all that in the walls. We've then taped some of that as well in the corners, especially around the penetration for cables, etc. We've then put the vapour barrier on. That's all been taped. We've put the 25mm on. That's all been taped. That's done. We have put the header ready for the doorway so we can continue the vapour barrier across, including the double timber on this wall there, which then ultimately doubles over as covering the pipes that the engineer put in last week. That's done. We'll continue the vapour barrier down there once we get to it, once we've done the ply, because the plywood is going on all these walls here, and that'll allow us to fix the cupboards and things like that. It just makes it a lot easier. So apart from that now, it is now time, unfortunately, to don our PPE and start putting Rockwool insulation everywhere that needs to be put. So downstairs, underneath the floor, so there, it's got to go under there. It's got to go in the ceiling in the kitchen and the what we're going to call the snug. It's got to go inside the cupboard there where I got stuck a couple of weekends ago. So there we are. I think without further ado, we'll just get on with it so we can get it out of the way. That is certainly a job that I am glad is out the way, especially in this heat. But when you're doing Rockwool, those suits and masks, everything, are a must. You can't do it without it. You'd end up in a right mess, a right snotty mess. Anyway, as mentioned earlier, we're now going to go over and have a chat with Adam. And he's going to tell you all about what we as a channel and a business are up to. Beautiful, beautiful surroundings. Right then, over to you, Adam.
Well, thank you, Richard. He's doing a beautiful job over there, everybody. Fair play to him. Well, while he's over there, I am over here. And where's here? The beautiful English countryside, because I have taken on, another little job. Actually, it ain't that little, turns out. And we're going to be documenting it, and it's going to be our Wednesday night videos for the foreseeable future, interspersed with maybe a couple of updates from my garden as and when I get things done from there. So that's what we're going to do from now on. Sunday night is going to be the basement build job. We've got that audience there. Thank you very much for staying loyal to us. So we're going to keep that where it is, and we're going to start this one every Wednesday. Short videos maybe, around about half hour, maybe even less if we can. Sort of Mystery Builders light, if you like. And we're going to go from there, and we're going to see what the audience is going to be like. We're going to see what the reaction is, and we're going to build it up and see what happens. So from this week, it's going to be 2 videos a week from us. I hope you enjoy that. If not, keep it to yourself. And if you're looking forward to it, tune in on Wednesday. Not too sure what the time it is yet, but we'll put a post out on YouTube. We'll let you all know, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Back over to you, Richard.
Thanks, Adam. I hope you're all excited, as we are, about our forthcoming Wednesday video and our new project that we've got on the go. Before we go though, we just wanted to say a big thank you to Basecamp, who sent us the masks that myself and Matthew have been wearing all episode, I'm saying all week, which is all episode. We found them quite comfortable, haven't we? I think.
Very, very.
You can see Matthew's got his on now, how it fits. It's got an adjustable headband on the top to shape under your chin, to pull it tight under your chin, and also a Velcro around your neck to keep it tight And then there's also a piece across the nose that you can pinch to try and cut down on the misting of your glasses. We both wear them. So we're really pleased about it. So thank you very much to them. If you're interested in one of these masks, I'll put the link in the description. This set that we were sent was a pack that you can see on the screen now, and I believe it came with, was it five or six filters? I'll put it on the screen. I think it was 5 or 6 filters, which is brilliant. And it isn't a case of one filter does one day. Because with the job we're doing, they were just lightweight, weren't it? Just a little bit of lightweight dust and insulation. So we've used it all week. It seems fine. So we're really pleased. So thank you ever so much again to Base Camp for sending us those. So that's it then. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and thank you very much for watching, and we will see you
on the next one.
On the next one.
See you on the next one.